breasticle implants?
Because you get infinite farts and burps, right?
Yo, My Little Pony?
I just remember when they put Simon Cowell in Shrek, bro.
I'm out of here.
Chaotix is gone.
10 seconds is all it took.
Bitches be snitching.
I hate it here.
Retribution. Sure is sweet. I put a pen in my tea. I don't know if that was a good idea or not.
You put a pen in your
Put
teeth?
a pen in your teeth.
Because, like I didn't mix
Wait,
it
hold on.
earlier.
I'll
Because,
be
like,
back.
I need to mix the tea
Oh,
into the
Chaotix
tea.
has disappeared.
Man, you saw a pen, bro.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Chaotix is
10
gone.
seconds is all it took.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Jesus, this is gonna be
This is
To
a
be
tragedy.
fair, normally when we start recording, I'm like, this is either going to go really well, it's going to be a train wreck, and every time it's gone really well. So maybe that's just me and my doomer attitude.
Yeah, Brooks is a doomer. You're a doomer.
I am a doomer. What can I say?
Doomer moment.
I almost just said your real name. Am I allowed to say your real
You
name?
say my real name. I'm the only one you can probably get away with doing that because my name is
Okay,
everywhere.
Matthew.
Fuck up. Alright, Chaotix is back.
Oh, hi, Beck. That's his name, apparently.
Legendary dub flare from Symphon.
Let's go.
Oh man, what do we think about DaBaby and Sonic Riders? Let's talk about that.
I don't.
love it.
I'm
I think
It
indifferent.
was beautiful.
It's
That
absolutely-
was
it just brought
genuinely
tears to my
funny.
eye. Yeah.
Unlike all this Barney era crap, I don't get it.
Alright lads, welcome to Ridercast. We're at episode 5. We made it to episode 5. Congratulations everyone. This
No
was,
way.
this was a
Wow.
joint effort. Wow. We all fucking did it.
Alright.
That clap
toplets.
just clip.
It's fine. I'm clipping a lot anyway. Whenever I like talk like, oh my god, I'm always clipping. So I'm just gonna have to I'll have to fix it in post. It's fine.
What a badass.
My name is Sinfin. Today I'm joined with Exotol and Bricks,
Hello.
and we are joined with our special guests Chaotix and Peanut.
Yo,
Oh.
the smoking peanut.
It's the Smoking
Smoking
Peanut
Peanut?
and Chaotix
I've
solution.
traveled all the way from the wasteland of Twitter.com.
Dude, we literally had to. Actually, no, I was gonna say that we had to pay him to do this, but he actually willingly walked on the.
No, you just follow me and I'm like, yo, any podcasts you got? Hop on.
You're a straight white man. Any podcast?
We'll
Our
follow
sponsor
that.
today is Raid Chat. I'm sorry.
But yeah, we are sponsored today by NordVPN, Raid Shadow Legends. What are the other ones that normally
Use
sponsor
the
us?
code Ridercast.
Mafia
Honey.
City.
Mafia City, Honey,
Oh, yes.
I hate it here.
and it starts.
Good.
Symphony,
You're
when are you
here
gonna fix your
forever.
hiccups? Don't forget, you're here forever.
You're assuming that they can be cured.
You can definitely cure your hiccups.
I don't know. I don't think I want them gone.
Why.
Dude,
Like,
that'd be ass.
I don't know. I'm just used to them.
I just
It's
hold
like- it's
my
like-
breath
it's-
for a minute and they
It's
go
part of
away.
my personality now.
What if you ever try and rap Eminem and you can't do the fast rap because your hiccups keep cutting you off?
Like a rap guy.
Rap
I don't know.
That is a good point.
Yeah, what if you ever try to
No. If I'm ever rapping, all I'm gonna do is just wait until I hiccup, and then that's it.
and then you start. It's like your cue. Fucking hell.
The natural cue.
The hiccup beat.
You?
It could take an hour, but like
The hiccup
you know.
beat. Yeah, you're on
fine.
stage waiting for an hour. Just like, wow.
That's fine. They can wait. They can wait. The audience can wait.
All right, today we're going to be talking about why we're friends. We're not.
No, we're not.
doing.
Piss off.
No.
Who are you?
Yeah,
You
like,
might-
who
yeah,
are
we're
you?
not
Like, get the
Who
fuck
are
out.
you people?
I'm outta here.
Who are you people?
SpongeBob. That ties into the topic.
Holy
doesn't it?
fuck! Dude, I have a list. I have a list of cartoons I've got written down, and I actually completely forgot about SpongeBob.
I just got
Yeah,
them in my
that's it.
brain. I actually
Me
never
too.
watched SpongeBob as a kid. Like I had 1 week where I was obsessed with it, and
Tragic.
that was it. That was it. I just didn't. I didn't
1
like it.
week.
I just want to say,
That was
we-
5
I
years
only
of my
watched a little
life.
bit of it.
the topic is childhood cartoons that banged, and I'd just like to say we have a group chat with me, Symphon and Exo in it, and I said, right, the topic is childhood cartoons. Just think of 3 to like talk about, and then we can probably stretch it out to an hour. And Symphon in all caps just put "wing it." It's just like that's exactly what Symphon would do.
I've already got
awesome.
shit in my head, bro. Like I don't need no list.
We all got shit in
Yo,
our
should I
heads.
start with one?
Yeah, go on. Man.
Go ahead.
All right. So as a kid, me and my dad would always like wait in the Saturday morning to watch the Star Wars Clone Wars TV show.
Oh,
That was-
shit.
Oh, damn.
Me and my dad would bond over that shit. It was crazy.
Aw.
I remember yeah, no, I only watched like 1 episode.
I really thought you were about to launch into like a
I
really
was
important
never
story.
huge on Star Wars.
Neither was I actually. To be honest.
Anticlimactic.
I've
only seen one film.
Well, one was
It
it?
sounds
Please
fire.
tell me it was Attack of the Clones.
It was episode 3.
Okay, that's like second worst. Honestly, I've never been big on Star Wars. I keep thinking maybe I should get into it, and I feel like I'd be able to like talk about it because my family's such huge Star Wars nerds, but it's like I just don't have the interest. There's so many of them now, but I feel like that's just an excuse.
Honestly, everybody on my father's side is a Star Wars nerd.
That's same
Just
with
watch
me.
like one like every other day.
Just watch a recap on YouTube. The Star
Yeah,
Wars
cheated.
War.
Like just watch like just get like one of those gifs where it's like the entire Star Wars movie, but it's at like 5 times speed.
Oh yeah,
The whole
yeah.
series at 5 times speed, including Clone Wars.
The whole
Or like
thing.
an easier way, just to have it be in like really low quality, so you can just save it on your phone and it wouldn't take up space.
The Discord 240p version of Star Wars Attack of the Clones. Didn't they do that with Shrek? Isn't there like a Shrek
Yeah, they did
embed
that with
video?
Shrek. Yeah.
There's a GBA version of the Shrek movie.
That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, they did port the GBA. They did port Shrek on GBA, didn't they?
Did
That's so fucking
the
weird.
game come out before the actual movie?
Did it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, Shrek is technically
Oh my
a video game.
God.
That's why
character.
Shrek is viable for Smash.
Shrek,
He was a game character before he was a movie character.
the Shrek film is an adaptation of the video game.
No, no, it's not. The
I
video
know
game's
it's not.
completely
I know
different.
it's not. I know it's completely different. That's what everyone says though. Shrek is a video game character first.
Fun fact about that, actually. Fucking me and my friend, we own 100% that game. It's actually kind of fun. Like, there's this weird tech you can do, right? After you finish the game.
no.
Because you get infinite farts and burps, right? So you fart, and then you burp on it, which makes it explode. So what you would do, you would fart, you would turn 180, and you would burp. But it was hard because those two different moves were done by pressing the trigger, because it was pressure sensitive. So the fart was done by lightly pressing down the trigger, and the burp would be hard. So then you'd have to like lightly press it and then press it even harder, and then you just could like infinitely launch yourself in the air. It was mad cool.
I don't want to live in a world where Shrek
Rocket
tech.
jumping, but with burps.
Shrek.
Literally.
Have you not seen Shrek Super Slime? There's a competitive community for that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
Little
it?
Red Riding Hood is banned.
Yeah, they have a tech called the Crumpet Dash.
What
Yeah,
the
Little Red
fuck?
Riding Hood is too overpowered, so she's banned from tournament.
Dude, Little Red Riding is the Meta Knight of Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah, exactly.
Really? Yeah.
She is.
Oh god, that's cringe.
But while we're still on the topic of stuff we watch with our dads, I watched Last Airbender with them front to
Oh
back.
fuck!
Nice.
Avatar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what we would watch together. That and Samurai Jack.
I watched season 1 of Last Airbender, and then I thought that was the end of the entire series, so I just stopped.
So moral of the story is
Damn.
I can thank my father for getting me at all into anime.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's weird. You wouldn't. That's not normally how it goes, isn't it? People normally find anime by themselves.
Yeah, my dad. Okay, so the reason why my
Yeah.
dad's such a huge nerd is because he got this old VHS back when he still lived on a farm with all his brothers. That was this old VHS tape of the original Lord of the Rings animated film, and so he like binge watched that nonstop anytime he was able to get his hands on it. And they'd get like old VHSs of like the original Dragon Ball like imported over from Japan. Like it was crazy.
I actually watched the original Dragon Ball with my cousin once. We had a good time. And then my little brother.
Original Dragon Ball's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like
Especially for
it's
season
very
Christ.
very sexual.
What?
It's pretty,
Like
it's pretty
what?
horny on main.
I mean, I can't talk about it here, but
You can talk about it. I can bleep shit.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's literally a part where Goku like pats Bulma's like crotch to check if like she's a guy or not.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, that's a
God.
big
Because
thing
that's
about
how he
Goku
checks if
Dragon
you're a
Ball.
guy, is if he feels a bulge or not.
Yeah.
What?
All right, so what happens that episode? So while he's checking, he actually does like take off her underwear.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot actually. And Bulma like takes off her bra and shit.
So the original season was like really weird, and then Dragon Ball Z they started taking themselves like seriously,
Yeah.
like over the top, seriously.
yeah.
Quite
But
unquite.
like seriously, non-seriously. Like it was still really goofy and over the top, but like people were dying and there were stakes, so there was that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they also probably realized they can't get away with the shit that they did in the 80s. So like,
Well, the anime was different in the 80s.
They just made it about muscle men instead.
yep,
Yeah, that
that's
sounds
their
about
age.
right.
These kids like nowadays.
If they couldn't show cute girls, they could show big buff men instead.
It's an acquired taste.
You're saying you don't like seeing muscle-clad men?
No, I
I
do.
love it, man. What?
They're my favorite.
I play World of Warcraft. That's like half the roster.
That's true.
Yeah, and you also play Street Fighter.
Yeah,
the
that's
Street
true.
Fighter
It's
is
all
also,
sexy
like-
ladies or muscle men. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no in between. Or it's midgets.
It's
That
equal.
also
Very
was.
muscly.
Okay, we were talking about cartoons, right? How did we get here?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
We started
I
talking
mean,
about
we started off with your.
Clone Wars to
Start off
Shrek.
with your dad.
Shrek
No,
video
no. It was
games.
Clone Wars to Shrek to you talking about you and your dad watching the Avatar, and then you started talking about watching
Samurai
Dragon
Jack.
Ball.
Yeah, because he watched Dragon Ball as a kid. That surprised me.
Yeah, Avatar's really, really good. Actually, I'd recommend you watch all of it.
I always
Yes.
enjoyed Butch Hartman shit, like fucking Fairy Odd Parents and Danny Phantom.
Parents, Fairly Odd Parents.
I love
I don't
those.
think I've ever watched that.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
I can say that is
Yeah.
a world of cartoons I never involved myself with. I don't think I ever had Nickelodeon,
Really?
but they were.
Fairly
Yeah,
Odd
I don't have
Parents and
Nickelodeon
Tough
either.
Puppy were like the only ones I watched ever.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's normal for like most people.
When I was a kid, it was either Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or Disney Channel.
Oh, I completely forgot
was
about
always
Danny
Cartoon
Phantom.
Network for me.
What? Danny Phantom was sick.
Danny
I
Phantom
loved
was
it.
sick.
I always
Danny
remember
Phantom
my
is
head
one of
canon-
2 songs I can recite by heart.
Exactly.
My head canon is that fucking Danny Phantom is
Is a ghost.
just Timmy. Is just Timmy.
I'm pretty sure
Timmy just becomes a
it's fan
badass.
theory on the internet. Like he's just Timmy growing up.
Does that make Sam Tootie?
What?
Tootie was like black hair.
What a fan fiction.
Sonic Chronicles X?
Sonic Chronicles X?
My
Yeah,
Marvel?
My Little Pony?
What?
Yes.
Sid. I mean, what?
My Little
No.
Pony.
Now that's a childhood
something-
cartoon.
got
We want to
something
talk
to say.
about that? This is the
Nah, nah,
podcast to talk about it.
Yeah, this is literally the podcast to talk about it. You can,
My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is fantastic, and if any of you haven't watched it yet, you should at least give it a shot. Just saying.
Watch what?
My Little Pony?
Oh, I watched season 1 when I was a kid.
Yes!
Same. put the time
It wasn't my cup. Yeah, it just wasn't.
I
Well,
would
that
have
remember
that
watching-
shit saved me
I don't
from my
remember why I didn't.
depression, man.
I also remember watching
Damn.
the film where they become
That was worth it.
human, and then that was
Oh,
yeah,
Equestria
There's a lot
Girl?
of them.
yeah. The first one. The first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, the original My Little Pony.
Wasn't that show on the channel called The Hub?
What?
Only on the hub. Yeah, because Hasbro tried making their own thing where they put all their Hasbro cartoons. It had like Transformers, TMNT,
Bro,
Littlest
call
Pet
it-
Shop, and My Little Pony all on it.
I
well,
watched
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Transformers,
Turtles.
but there was another show that you didn't count there, bro. Dan versus.
Dan versus sucked. What?
What?
I've never heard of that.
No, I've never heard of it. I honestly thought you said Man versus Food.
Man-
Now that's a cartoon.
Where's the Fred
Oh, hell
cartoon?
yeah.
Was there a Fred cartoon? There wasn't
There was.
Yeah, there was.
Chaotix is the expert, guys.
I avoided it.
Honestly, every time I just keep writing down new ones that I keep thinking of. Like he said Fred, and then I immediately thought Scooby Doo. So like, I completely forgot Scooby Doo was
What's
a
new,
thing.
Scooby Doo, bro?
What's this
Was
Scooby
it?
Doo?
No, wait. Bricks.
What?
Didn't
I
we
never-
watch like that one with like Pharrell in Scooby Doo or something? Or who was it?
Wait, what?
No,
Recently?
Macklemore. It was Macklemore
in
and
the new
Scooby
Scooby Doo
Doo.
series, Macklemore's
Oh,
in
it
it,
was
and
so
he plays
weird.
himself,
Oh.
and they just go to his house.
It was
Why?
so capitalist.
Dude,
Ew.
yes. That's
Like,
the best.
Macklemore is
dude.
Go to his house?
Don't.
He went to his
Yo,
house and like
leave the
showed him all a
crib.
bunch of his like memorabilia.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Macklemore, he's had a sick career and he's done bits, but would you really say he's like popular enough to like originally it was like Scooby Doo meets Batman, and now it's like Scooby Doo
I
meets
saw that.
Macklemore.
You know,
It's
there's
Mac-Man.
there's like a TMNT crossover with Batman that
Yeah, there
happened
was.
recently.
Yeah, Shredder fights Batman. Batman
Really?
fights Shredder
John
actually more like.
Cena.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
sick.
Batman beats Shredder in it.
Actually, I just remember with the Chris talking about Macklemore being in like the thing in Scooby Doo. I just remember when they put Simon Cowell in Shrek, bro.
They did. Far, far away idol.
Faraway Idol.
You say that, but they also put Simon Cowell in the new Scooby Doo movie.
Yeah, they put him in Scoob.
Oh my lord.
Oh, they
Oh
did.
my fucking
Yeah.
god.
Has anyone
Yeah,
actually
that's
seen
good.
what Simon Cowell actually looks like now? He looks like a zombie.
He doesn't
Really?
look real. He looks like his entire face has been
I
reconstructed.
remember
looks like
his
a wax
eyes
sculpture up.
sculpted.
Put the picture up, please.
Put the picture up.
I'll stick up on the
Picture.
Oh yeah, God.
The
Oh,
Simon Cowell.
that's a
Sinfin's already taken the liberty of sending me Macklemore from Scooby Doo for me to put up on the screen for easy.
Hold on.
Right, it's in
Simon.
the Ridercast channel. Oh wait,
I can't.
Right,
Oh
let me-
my god, what happened to him? What happened to him?
I'll send it to the
happened
right group chat.
Who did this to you, Simon?
It's in the group chat between me.
This Simon.
It looks like he's wearing a mask of his face on his face.
Yeah, it's like the face swap.
It's like it looks like he's using like like there's a Snapchat filter where you can take a photo and like superimpose it on your face.
Oh, whatever happened to this man?
What happened, bro? What happened? What went wrong?
Plastic surgery, not even once.
To be fair, I didn't think he'd be the kind of person to get plastic surgery. In fact, it doesn't look like it's been very successful for him.
Wait,
Yeah,
he got
it
it.
hasn't.
What? That sounds stupid.
Hollywood is full of fickle people.
Because
who only care about
Hollywood
your
is
looks.
fucked like that, okay?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I learned that plastic surgery isn't just messing with your face like yesterday. I also learned
Isn't that
Yeah,
also like breasticle implants?
A boob job.
Yeah.
Peanut. I feel like it's a lot more transparent. Like, I know YouTubers who have just come out and said it. Like, they're just completely transparent about it. So it's like, I don't think it's like really weird to be like, they got a boob job. People are going to think what they think, but if it's something you feel like doing and you've got the money to do it, just
Oh no, I've seen
how did
channels
we
get
get
shut
here?
down for saying the word woman.
Okay. This is getting slightly off topic.
Going back to cartoons, EXO, you didn't really speak about yours.
All right.
Yeah, you're from
My bad.
that one country
Yeah,
that
I'm
nobody
from a
knows
third
about.
world country. Yeah. Okay, so
Estonia.
Stony Gaming.
so
Carry on.
I think the most memorable cartoon that I watched for me was Adventure Time, actually, on Cartoon Network.
Legendary.
That is my
Mad
dad's
lib, bro.
favorite cartoon, period.
Really?
What?
He loves Adventure Time, yeah.
Fair enough, actually. There's a lot of people who probably think that.
He quotes Lumpy Space Princess all the time. And Red vs. Blue. Red vs. Blue is another favorite.
I'd say out of the new wave of Cartoon Network cartoons, I'm going to like Adventure Time, Steven Universe.
Adventure Time is the only good
Chowder,
one.
Gumball.
Chowder is no. Chowder isn't new wave. Chowder's
Chowder's
like
a new
ages
wave.
ago.
What is the new
Chowder.
Really?
What was
New
the
wave is like
Adventure
regular
Time,
show, Adventure Time.
regular show,
Regular
Steven
show.
Universe,
Regular show was good.
Gumball.
Yeah,
All
regular
of
show's
them.
good too.
Universe.
Was
And
Regular Show
then,
Cartoon
and
Network? I feel like it
then
wasn't.
all the Ben 10s
Yeah.
that were an Alien Force.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the regular show is pretty alright.
Regular show is pretty good, actually, yeah.
It's by like the same people. It's called Close Enough, I think.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's I like it. It's pretty good.
What is it?
I've never heard of
A
those.
continuation
It's like a
of
show-
regular show, or is it
No,
just made by the same
No.
people?
No.
It's just made
There
by the
is a
same
comic
people.
continuation. There is a comic continuation of regular show called 25 Years Later.
Damn.
Oh no, the Sonic comics did that, and I hated it.
It's 25
I think
years
it's called
later.
Sonic. I think it's called 25 Years Later.
mean,
Someone double
speaking
check
of-
that.
I mean, speaking of Sonic,
Like Shadow becomes a war criminal. It's weird.
It
Really?
already
Really?
is. He's an enemy of the state.
kinda cool.
Tikal is like a weird chaos monster. Dude, Sonic Sat AM. Has anyone ever watched it?
Yeah, I was about to say like
Yeah.
I watched
So
Sonic.
good. Like actually really, really good.
I watched Sonic
Sleuth.
Underground and Sat AM.
The sleuth
Sonic
of Sonic
Underground
cartoons.
is worth it for the meme value.
I enjoyed that.
But
as
I
a
mean,
kid.
no.
I
As
guess
a kid,
Underground
maybe,
was so good.
but
Underground is
What is
low key my favorite Sonic cartoon.
Bro,
Wha- okay.
Knuckles wears his hat.
It's so
Knuckles has the
good.
Knuckles hat, bro.
I just no. Anytime I think, yeah, that show's pretty good. I just remember that one scene where like Manic drops the baby and it explodes and like the eye pops out, and it's like, and I'm like, that show was not good. That show is not good.
Bro, in the same manner as you, I can recite Sonic Underground songs from heart. Sonic plays a guitar. They added a sister who plays keyboard. Why?
Sonic Underground was an inspiration for Brix's musical career.
I can confirm it probably. If we were to actually peel back the layers, it might well have been. We will never know.
Brix is like an ogre. He has layers.
Absolutely.
Ooga.
Like an ogre.
Ogres have layers.
Isn't it weird that there's
Oh,
never
yeah.
been like a dedicated dedicated Shrek cartoon, other than the Adventures of Puss in Boots?
Holy shit, you're right.
There's never been like a Shrek
Yeah,
cartoon.
that's
That's
weird.
crazy.
These were cartoons. What? They're like
Why?
3D animated.
I know that
What?
like movie
Well,
specials
they're
like
shorts,
Halloween.
but I haven't seen.
Yeah, they've been cartoon shorts, but they didn't. You would think that they would have given it the same treatment as they did How to Train Your Dragon, because they
Kung Fu
milked
Panda
How to Train Your
2.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They-
Kung Fu
they
They have
Panda.
like 5
just-
seasons.
Yeah,
of
like the
How to
most
Train Your Dragon.
popular
I mean, How to
one
Train
is
Your
the
Dragon's
only
more
one that
interesting.
didn't actually get a television series.
Exactly. Isn't that super fucking weird?
Honestly, I feel like that's for the better because
Yeah.
now
probably would've ruined it.
there's no crappy television series to sully Shrek's good name.
Mm.
like wait,
True.
what would they made it about? If you like, think about it.
That's the point. That's what it is.
Yeah, but if they made it, they wouldn't
Adventure,
make it good. That's the
Farquaad
thing.
has risen from the dead.
How to Train Your Dragon, which I'll briefly mention, the How to Train Your Dragon animated series is quite good if you haven't watched it. At the very least, like season 1 is
Yeah.
really good to watch.
See, I never liked How to Train Your Dragon.
I don't like it either, but I
I
think
love
the
it.
storytelling is actually pretty decent in this series. Like,
It is.
I don't think it's good, but I think the storytelling
I've
was
just
pretty
never really
alright.
been into that kind of like mythology about dragons and stuff. But Jay, I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but the voice of Hiccup is just really, really good as Hiccup, and I just like
I agree.
enjoy watching him
One
speak.
of one of my best friends has totally ruined dragons for me. I'm sorry.
Why?
The whole
How?
thing with dragons in it.
Wait, what?
How do you think?
Oh, no.
Take a wild guess.
Oh, no.
My mind's gone to a
Yeah.
place, and I'm not sure if it
You
was
know
right
that
to go
one
there.
guy that brought me to the one fur convention I've ever been to?
No.
That guy, okay? That guy.
What did he cosplay as a dragon?
I think it was more than that.
That's he has a suit.
Oh,
For people who
fun.
know,
That's
they
fun.
know.
That's
For
so
people who
much
don't
fun.
know, they don't need to know. That's
oh man.
know, you know.
How to Train Your Dragon furries, you're welcome to listen to Ridercast.
Actually, they're called scalies. My one friend
How do you know
would
this?
very much appreciate me
Because he
making
has a
that
friend who's
distinction.
into it. Okay, well then we'll move swiftly on from dragons.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Why aren't we talking about
Some
Jimmy
Peanuts
Neutron?
PTSD kicks.
I'm
No,
surprised
Jimmy
we didn't end up
Neutron
talking about
wasn't
Jimmy
good.
Neutron. We ended up going to Nickelodeon. We didn't. End up
I didn't
talking
like
about
Jimmy Neutron. I didn't like it. I didn't like the animation. Didn't look good.
No, but yeah, I agree. That's why I didn't
Yeah.
watch
It
it.
didn't look good.
I didn't
that
watch-
was the biggest turnoff. Is I just didn't enjoy looking at it, and I was like, "This is boring." And I changed the channel. And I turned on SpongeBob for the 100th time that day.
Same episode, bang geeks.
I didn't watch Jimmy Neutron, but I did watch Planet Sheen, and I enjoyed Planet Sheen.
I hated
no.
Planet Sheen.
All I've heard from Planet Sheen is just all the worst parts of Jimmy Neutron.
It is.
What? I liked it. It was funny.
Well, did you like Sheen?
I like Sheen.
Then you-
Yeah,
gonna
that's
like
probably
it.
why you like Planet Sheen. I didn't like Sheen.
Oh, okay, that's fair then.
I liked Weezer, Carl Weezer.
Carl Weezer.
Carl Weezer.
Hey Jim, you want to join Antifa?
You want an M&M?
What the fuck?
That's the red pill, Jimmy.
It was resemblant of every 3D animated fucking
Yeah.
cartoon at the time. So I
That's
actually
some
don't
wicked
blame you
hair,
for turning on
though.
SpongeBob instead. Because at
Yeah.
least that's like imaginative. At least it's different. At least it's still drawn.
Oh, speaking of like childhood cartoons, I remember as a kid, I would try my best not to watch adult cartoons because my mom was like, "Don't do that," and I was being.
Oh no, my parents encouraged
Define
that
adult
shit.
cartoons.
It took. I even bitched when my dad tried to put on Boondocks Pigs one time,
Oh
but
my
then
God.
eventually went
Oh,
around.
you
to
were
watching the
snitching.
Boondocks. No, I
Shit.
said I
Actually,
bitched
You were
about it. I
mad
didn't snitch.
snitching on your dad.
I
What?
said I bitched, not snitched. I watched Samurai Jack, but I didn't want, it took me a while to get to watching Boondocks, and I loved it.
I never watched it.
I don't need to watch it.
I've heard
That's
it's
my
like one
point.
of the best anime ever.
Well, I could tell you this: by season 3, the quality starts to drop. Not as like look wise, talking about like.
I mean,
writing.
yeah, so does SpongeBob.
Yeah, I feel like the same could be said for every cartoon ever made.
Yeah.
Does any cartoon get
Every
better past
cartoon
season
lasts
3?
except Simpsons.
I
Simpsons
mean,
is
Ben
eternal.
10 had like 2 different remakes.
No.
Alien Force was kind of.
Yeah.
I liked Alien.
Okay,
I'll be
yeah.
honest,
so,
I only
so,
watched
that's
the
what I was
original,
talking
and I had
about.
no intention of watching the later ones.
Mm.
Same with Avatar. I did not like Legend of Korra.
Oh, I didn't bother watching
Legend
it.
of Korra either.
I only wanted a I wanted
stupid.
a continuation of the story after Avatar ended because I felt like there was still more to actually tell. But then they just
Yeah.
went back in time, and I was like, why?
That's how my dad feels about Star Wars. Like, my dad loves Star Wars, but he hates all the mainline movies.
Exactly.
But anytime there's like a spin-off thing, like Rogue One, he liked
Makes sense.
The Mandalorian, I've heard, is really, really good.
People rave about that thing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
The problem with the main line is that they always tend to drag bad shit from the past that they can just leave alone.
Because it's just endless referencing. Like, all the
Yep.
new trilogy was just harping on the old trilogy. Like, it was just shot for shot the old trilogy.
Yep.
It's
Like, that's what it really boiled down to.
It was
Yeah.
all mega lame.
Isn't it all 9 of them? It's now called the Skywalker Saga. Was that just like?
I don't
I think
I think it's
care.
all
I don't
the
know.
Skywalker Saga now, in the same way that like all the Kingdom
Maybe.
Hearts is the Xehanort Saga, and now
Oh my
This
lord.
pain.
and his pain and his retcon.
It's worse with Kingdom Hearts because you realize that they're actually going to continue that series from there.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, any favorite Disney film?
Ooh. Alright, so,
Lilo and Stitch.
My favorite Disney films, Princess and the Frog, Mulan. That's it.
Mulan's good.
You have a similar taste to my sister.
Mulan's fire.
My favorite of all time will forever be Lilo and Stitch.
Understandable.
That was like my most watched Disney
Understandable.
movie of all
Good.
time.
There's a peak there that they hit, I think.
Yeah.
Never liked Lilo and Stitch. It didn't strike a chord with me.
It's understandable as well. Like I can understand why it would drive people away.
But my all-time favorite has to be Incredibles.
Oh,
I genuinely consider Incredibles might be my favorite movie. Period.
They do now. I kind of thought of them as separate entities because
it's like Disney
Well, sort of,
Pixar. It's like they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I loved
they
Incredibles 2 as well. It was mad good. I liked it.
Like Incredibles.
Well,
is
me and
such
my
a
dad used to
fantastic
watch
film.
The Incredibles all the time together. It was sick.
Remember when we watched Mulan and Mulan 2?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Man, the fucking meme, but like Mulan 2 is so bad.
Yeah, it was like a little downgrade.
Symphon, you're seriously saying that a Disney direct-to-video sequel was bad?
Disney movie sequels
Incredibles 2
usually
was good.
suck
Yeah, okay,
the
gotcha.
hardest.
The only one I know of, the only film I know of that developed into a franchise that
Shrek
actually
2?
Maintained quality is the Lilo and Stitch franchise. Lilo and Stitch 2 is a fucking great film.
Surprisingly, the second one's good and also
Really
darker.
good.
Oh yeah, Shrek wasn't even Disney. It was
Shrek is DreamWorks.
Yeah, so that doesn't count. Crap.
Exo, what's your favorite Disney film? I can't remember if you said anything.
Now that before it was like Mulan, but now that Incredibles was like mentioned, I'd probably say The Incredibles. Like,
Thank you.
that just is kind of fire.
I really wanted to say it was Mulan, but now I think it's Mulan 2.
No.
Yes, I've changed my mind. It's
Only
Mulan
villains
2
do
now.
that.
That's my favorite. The sequels are always the best.
Yeah, let's get into more DreamWorks movies.
I was just gonna say, for me, it's Brother Bear.
Bear.
I think I'm the
Bear.
only one who has that opinion because Brother Bear
I've
was such like an
never even heard of
overlooked-
it.
It was a 2003 Disney film. It's a really overlooked Disney film. It's my favorite Disney film, my favorite animated film of all time, and it's probably top 3 favorite films ever made. There's something it's mad. There's magic in Brother Bear, and also Phil Collins does the soundtrack.
There's magic.
Dude, there's magic in it, man. What can I say? It was so overlooked and it was really, really sad.
Also, what do you guys think about Dexter's Laboratory?
Oh,
It's all
I
right.
watched one episode as a kid, and that
A
is all.
broken mandolin. Oh my god, I quote that show more often than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, that's
Anytime I mention I'm Canadian, I just belt out omelette du fromage. I know how to speak French.
Yes.
La
Honestly,
petite poisson.
It's one of like the legacy Cartoon Network shows I don't actually watch a lot of.
yeah.
It's like Johnny Bravo.
Shit, I was gonna mention.
Oh damn.
Johnny Bravo.
Whoa.
Johnny Bravo is the epitome of product of its time that would not translate now.
I still love watching it though.
It's still, it's fucking brilliant because it's funny, but it was only brilliant because of what you could get away with back then. Wouldn't work now.
I mean, that's like media has always been meant to push boundaries.
True.
Exactly.
I like that.
That's why
That's why so many people like Rick and Morty and BoJack.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Rick and Morty's kind of like a Johnny Bravo of the modern day.
It was unfortunately more and more every day. I start recognizing Rick and Morty as a real flash in the pan. Like it was really, really good when it first came out, but the hype died really fast. First season is still. I would go back and watch the first season.
Yeah, first season is really when you could see that they're doing different things than most shows did.
I would go back and watch half of the second season. I would go back and watch maybe like 2 episodes of the third season. That's it.
But season 2 is really when you can tell like things are changing in like not good ways.
Well, yeah, because that's when they found out they got uber popular.
Well, they had to do something about it.
Naturally, something's gonna change in the production pipeline.
I was scrolling through Twitter the other day, and I ended up just seeing an ad saying Rick and Morty season 5 trailer has been released, and I just it kind of made me double take and think, has that much time passed?
Yeah,
since season 2?
They got back in season 3. They got greenlit for like 3 more seasons.
I remember watching the ending of season 2.
I remember hearing that. I'm like, oh no, I'm not watching any of these.
Yeah. It It's like I remember watching the ending of season 2 where Rick gets like imprisoned in like a super fucking maximum security prison. It's like
that's like the last episode I think I ever watched.
Yeah, it was like, what are you in for?
And then I got the T-shirt like Morty for president, and that's it.
Yeah, because it plays Hurt by 9 Inch Nails, and it's like they actually try and make it really super serious, and so everyone was really excited for season 3. And then season 3, they just immediately come out of the bat with a Szechuan sauce thing, and it's like, okay, no, Rick and Morty's still being Rick and Morty. Like, they're still trying to fucking mess up the internet pop culture scene.
Yeah, season 3 is like they started to become formulaic. Like, they didn't want to like change the quota at that point.
I mean, even like, okay, so like for all the entire meme shitstorm that was birthed from the Szechuan sauce thing, the actual joke itself was still funny because like if it wasn't actually funny, then it wouldn't have become such a huge meme because memes are only generated from like actually funny stuff.
Yeah. A meme doesn't take off if no one finds it funny.
Pickle Rick was not actually funny. But I mean, I feel like it was built as a joke that wasn't meant to be funny.
Yeah,
like, it wasn't supposed to get laughs. It was supposed to be like Rick overplaying all his bullshit.
Yeah.
But like then people attached to it way too hard and the meaning of the joke completely flew over people's heads, and it was really funny from an ironic standpoint.
Don't you love it when people kind of like go past the meaning of certain things?
The whole thing was written as an anti-joke. In the episode it was in, it was like, I turned myself into a pickle, Morty, and then Morty's like, and then Rick's like, what else do you want me to say, Morty? I turned myself into a pickle and 9/11 was planned.
And it turns into like a whole family therapy
it's not
thing.
Funny.
Yeah.
But they went with it anyway because they knew what it would do.
And then people still found it genuinely funny for no reason.
Pickle Rick, Morty, what dub.
I fucking hated that meme, man.
Rick and Morty is the smart man's cartoon, bro.
Rick and Morty memes are the cancer of the internet. They must be wiped out.
Well, they are now.
Yeah.
There was once upon a time.
I feel like
when the grass was green.
In an alternate universe, if this show was kind of still kind of niche, they probably would have like went a little darker, a bit more serious in season 3.
They were trying to do this mix between funny random Rick and Morty, haha, and oh no, Rick's this really, really broken man who's pushing his family away, and it was like the two just didn't gel anymore.
They had to throw away one or the other.
They had to focus on one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like either it was going to turn into like a serious thing or it wasn't. But you can't have your cake and eat it too.
When I've looked at the fandom, it seems like people wanted the serious part. Because,
Well, I mean, that's what the fandom is always going to want. But what do most people actually want?
Joker.
Because fandoms, as it turns out, are not most people.
Yeah.
There's a very, very active Sonic fandom. Does that mean Sonic games sell well? No.
Fucking hell.
Yes, Jesus.
Because it turns out a lot of the fandom is more busy creating and consuming fan games rather than actual mainline games.
Yeah.
And the primary consumer base for mainline games is normies who aren't part of the fandom. Which is like the main reason why I say Forces wasn't that bad. It's because it convinced a lot of those Sonic kiddies to buy the game because they saw they could make their own Sonic OC.
Yeah, it kind of rounds into the argument, is a game good if it sells well? And I suppose on like it depends on where you look at it. I suppose Sonic 06, Sonic Forces was a good game because it sold relatively well because it knew how to draw people in. Where do we go next, Dora? Did we ask Exo what cartoon he listens to?
Yo, Dora!
That's
great. That's great. I actually remember watching this one Dora film where I actually forgot what happened. Never mind.
Oh my god, I really wanted him to end it. Oh, I remember watching this one Dora film where... What are we talking about next?
I mean, I have another cartoon.
Yeah, go on, Exo.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
we haven't talked about that.
Tom and fucking Jerry.
It was a limb, bro.
I mostly watched the classics because that's what Boomerang was
Everyone did.
Oh yeah, I watched it on Teletoon, bro. You got any Canadians in the audience? Teletoon? Teletoon Retro is when I watched Looney Tunes, the 60s Spider-Man cartoon, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Grim Adventures. I'd watch
Grim Adventures was an interesting time.
Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. That's when all that stuff aired. And I would beg my parents to like, please let me stay up 30 minutes longer so I can watch like Dexter's Lab or some shit.
It'll make me smart.
Because they always play it super, super late at night.
Wait, have you guys seen the Batman animated series?
Okay, when you say
Which
that,
one?
you have to understand which one. There's
Yeah,
like
which
Specifically,
one?
I said yes towards Brave and the Bold. I
No,
watched Brave and the Bold as a
actually,
kid.
it's actually just called Batman the animated series, the old one.
Oh no, I haven't seen the original one.
I haven't. No.
The only one I saw was I think it was the 2008 Cartoon Network The Batman series.
Oh,
It's kind of like their
Is that the
soft
one
reboot
where
of the
where
thing.
that video of Batman eating the hot dog is from?
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
Or at least that's the version of it that video is based on, because I know it wasn't actually from the animated series. Yeah, that's
Batman, Robin,
I think I
and
watched
Batgirl.
some of that, but I was mostly a Spider-Man kid.
Yeah, I've never watched any sort of Spider-Man animated like series.
Oh, I totally did.
that
I
was
have
this,
it on DVD.
Yeah, I had a couple DVDs of this like dark blue, like really, and they made the red like pop out really well. It was like cel shaded.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man.
that's
Was it
exactly
3D?
the one I watched. Yeah,
it was
was
3D animated and cel
Oh,
shaded.
yeah, I remember that.
It's so crazy how much of a show you can make just based on like 5 traveling gifs and like stilted lips flapping.
Yeah,
And like it's still so good though.
going back to Tom and Jerry actually, like the classics of Tom and Jerry are so good.
Have you guys seen the movies?
No,
No, we're
I
talking about
actually
the
haven't.
classics, bro. The classic.
I think one of them was like the 1995 one where Tom and Jerry can talk, and that was
I
weird.
always hated when Tom and Jerry talked. I never liked it.
Neither did I. I thought it was like super
Yeah,
weird. I
neither
think
did
Yeah, it always
that's
felt weird.
part of what makes it work. Like
Yeah, is
you
that they're
can
silent.
animate
Mute.
emotion. That's kind of like the point of animation. You don't need words. They're good to have, but sometimes you don't need them.
Exactly.
And Tom and Jerry is like one
Bricks,
of
have
the golden.
I've ever told you that you're pretty based.
You're pretty based too, Peanut.
Thank you.
That's why we're all on Ridercast.
That's pretty based.
Chaotix and Peanut are based.
Exactly. Chaotix partially included.
Wow.
Called the base cast.
Wow.
The base cast. Yo, we should change it. Do you think based cast exists?
That sounds like
Probably.
something.
To be fair, that would be like the opposite because it's Ridercast, but everyone calls it Riders Cast. But if I were to call this
Basecast
based
stream
cast, everyone would call
SoundCloud.
it
Yeah,
Basecast.
there's definitely a base cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It looks
Maybe
like
we'll
there's
have a
more than
rebrand.
one.
Yeah, I had a double VHS pack that had like 4 hours worth of Tom and Jerry cartoons that I used to watch religiously. It was so good.
Oh, that's fire.
It had some of my favorite
fire.
episodes on it.
My family had a 3 DVD box set of Red versus Blue.
I don't know
That's
what that
what we
is.
watched.
I don't know what that
It's like the Halo one. Like the Halo machinima.
Oh,
It was on Rooster
I
Teeth.
remember. I know what it is. I only watched like episode 1, and I was like,
The first season
Really
is
good.
good.
The first season is the best season.
as normal.
Honestly.
It all went down from there.
As usual.
it seems like that's a trend with Rooster Teeth projects. Like it happened to Ruby as well. I watch Ruby. Kind of went downhill. It seems to be a trend with
Okay,
Rooster
genuine
Teeth shows,
question.
apparently.
Why do you watch it?
I just
Let's unpack
want to
it.
see where it goes. Like,
That's like the main thing I hear from everyone. But it's like if I'm not immediately interested in what's happening in front of my face.
I don't know. I'm
Thank
interested in the
you.
world. I'm in the world and the characters.
What's interesting? The original creator of Ruby, the guy who was like working on it and the action scenes originally, he died before I think season 2 happened.
Yeah, that's why like the show. That's why the one part of it that I liked was no longer good. Because the guy who did the parts that I liked died.
We can use that to segue into people saying that since Steven Hillenburg died, SpongeBob has just taken a dive. We can use that to talk about SpongeBob.
I mean, it took
Didn't
a
SpongeBob
dive
take a
long
dive
before he
post-season
died.
3?
I'll just say that.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what everyone... Oh, yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
specifically it's like Camp Coral
Camp
probably wouldn't have
Coral.
ever
Yeah,
existed
it was
without
announced
Steven Hillenburg.
literally as he died.
And I think he was the one who said, I don't particularly want to, like,
Yeah,
stretch
yeah.
SpongeBob into SpongeBob
Yeah,
series.
he
Exactly.
kept refusing it.
Yeah,
And then Steven died, and then guess what Nickelodeon announces?
yeah.
That's
Kinda
the
stupid.
one Twitter post I think I've ever made at the Smoking Peanut.
Except for bitch, I'm the smoking peanut.
I Google search Camp Coral because I was curious about it. And you know how when you Google search something, like it shows like a little preview image of whatever you're Googling, but it uses the first Google image search of it. And it turns out, at the time that I Googled it, the first Google's image search for Camp Coral was a meme that went viral. About, you know, that scene where Mr. Krabs is digging up like Steven Weberman Jensen's grave, and it said, "Am I really gonna defile this grave for money?"
Of course,
but it was like Steven Hillenberg's grave, and Mr. Krabs dug out Camp Coral.
It is sad what happened to SpongeBob, because
well, I mean, again, like harping on what you said before, that's kind of what happens to all cartoons.
Exactly.
The well runs dry, and you run out of stuff like that's genuinely funny. You run out, like you just run your writers ragged, and like there's just
and
no.
And then you get new writers
anymore.
who don't know how to honor the.
And
character.
then you get new writers that bring in a completely different direction. Yeah. For The Simpsons, it was just such a miracle that like when they got new writers in, they weren't bad, because usually the new ones are bad.
Yeah,
but. With The Simpsons, they took it in a new direction, and the new direction it was headed in was actually like pretty all right.
I was going to say with the whole Steven Hillenberg thing is that he did really want to end it years ago with the movie.
Yeah, the movie was supposed to be like the end.
To be the finale.
Fucking hell!
Because that's where he gets his boating license.
He becomes Employee of the Month. He gets his license. Everything works out, and everyone's happy.
He doesn't get his license in the first movie. They make a joke about it.
He gets to drive a patty. What?
It shows it in the credits too.
You don't need a license to drive a
sandwich. And like honestly, because I've been watching SpongeBob on and off because I used to go to my dad's every weekend and we used to watch the same couple SpongeBob DVDs. And it made me think like, okay, so all the good episodes are scattered across all like the 10, 12, 13 seasons. And then me, Peanut, Chaotix, and an assortment of other people have been watching SpongeBob seasons 1 to 3, and it made me realize, fuck, the best things are at the start.
Yeah.
They really came out of the gate fucking swinging with all the best
ideas. This is what I tell everyone.
I thought Band Geeks was like season 8. I was like,
no,
surely to get as brave and as like to get as brave and pushing the boat out as much as they did with Band Geeks has to be way into the season, way into the cartoon's lifespan. But no.
Yeah, it's when you get to realize that like the first like 3 seasons are like every show's stride, like creative stride.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because since they're not popular, they still have the freedom to do whatever they want without like getting nagged at.
Well, I mean, Simpsons is such an anomaly anyway, so.
Yeah.
Wow, Simpsons is different than every other cartoon. Yeah, your point.
I never touched Simpsons. I really wanted to.
Should give it a try.
Really should.
It's worth a watch through at least once.
There was this one game I had where it was like bot infinitely skating. And it was like 2D.
That is The Simpsons Skateboarding for PS2, widely regarded as one of the worst video games ever made.
Oh
no, it was a... Wait, really? Let me Google it.
They made a Simpsons skateboarding game.
So many Simpsons games are really bad. There's like a lot of really bad.
What do you mean? Simpsons Hit and Run?
Yeah, that's like the one good one.
I knew that someone was going to be like, what do you mean, the one good Simpsons game that exists?
But even then, have you seen Simpsons Hit and Run? It's not even that good.
What about the wrestling one where that one dude with the glasses is like OP?
Yeah, the boxing one, the original arcade game, that wasn't that good. There was a couple GBA games. Bart Escapes Camp Krusty, I think that's one of them. The Simpsons skateboarding, I got a lot of playtime out of that, but I think that's just because I love The Simpsons, and I know it's one of the worst games ever made. It's like garbage. And obviously with Hit and Run, if GTA didn't exist, Hit and Run wouldn't be good. If Simpsons had come up with GTA, like, no one would have fucking liked it. They would have been like, this is way too violent, this is way too, like, out there.
that's an interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go into Simpsons at the very end, but Simpsons is my favorite cartoon. Wait, is that true? I don't know. It's definitely it's the cartoon I've watched the most. I used to watch it Channel 4 at 6 p.m. every day. Used to play a Simpsons episode, and it was a random Simpsons episode, and then I got into collecting all the DVDs, etc., etc. I've probably spent like 1,000 hours watching Simpsons out of my life.
Holy shit!
Like, because like once I got the DVD
here.
Once I got the DVDs, I got a portable DVD player, so I could take them anywhere, and I could watch them anywhere.
I used to have one of those.
Oh,
dude, I used to have that on the car trip. I used to watch
portable
it.
Oh man, road trips. with the portable DVD player. That's
Dude,
fire.
yes. That was my shit.
Memories right there.
I had one, but I always got nauseated whenever I used it.
Oh no! Do you get nauseous when you play VR games too, or what?
I've never touched VR in my life.
Probably a good idea.
You
But
might get nauseous when you
I'm in
play
the car,
VR. Then just
whenever I'm in
warning
a car,
you.
I can't read. I can't read in a car, or else I'll feel like really ill. Shit, I really wanted to play Beat Saber as well. Sadness.
I mean, you can try it. Beat Saber isn't the worst thing.
If you're gonna play like an action game in VR, then it's like are very much harder than like.
Wait,
playing, like,
I'm
Beat
trying to
Saber.
remember. Wasn't there a movie about the Rock being a taxi driver and he's like driving these two twins?
What the fuck are you on about?
Wait, what?
What?
It was a terrible movie.
I know there was a taxi
have
driver. I know
never
there was a
heard of
taxi
this.
film with Dave Bautista in it. They might do. Honestly, I'm not big on movies, and I'm definitely not big on the Rock movies. But going back on The Simpsons, yeah, I mean, Peanut was right about The Simpsons being an anomaly. Like, most cartoons drop off after the third season. Simpsons went from strength to strength. Like, at one point, it seemed like there was nothing they couldn't do. Like, season...
Yeah.
Everyone says it was season 8 to 10 that was the best. Honestly, in my opinion, season 1 to 12 is just... Yeah, there's bad episodes here and there because they kept changing writers. They didn't have the same group of writers writing every episode, but honestly, the amount of bangers in season 1 to 12, and that's... How long is season 1 to 12? Like 20, 30 episodes per season. The amount of hours you can get out of that.
It's like years.
Yeah, it spanned years. It spanned
Maybe
years.
a decade?
Yeah, a decade of Simpsons was good. And I think they said that they wanted the Simpsons movie to be the finale in the same way that they wanted the SpongeBob
same
movie
with
to be the
SpongeBob.
finale. Yeah.
If I can explain the anomaly, I think it's because the humor wasn't always centered around the family of the Simpsons. Like they also like the humor also came from like the side characters. You know, even though I remember that being a big thing, to me it wasn't a big thing because One Piece exists and that still had more than 500 episodes total.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Without specials, without movies, over 5, and now they're almost close to 1,000. That show is also an anomaly, and that show existed at a lesser, and like that show's also younger than The Simpsons.
So I guess that was fucking Kids Next Door.
Oh fuck
And
yeah.
P&D.
Do we go into the legacy Cartoon Network shows now? Because there's so many of them.
And then there was
Wow.
that, and then that one about that schizophrenic kid, like the house full of imaginary friends.
Foster's Home for Imaginary
Oh,
Friends.
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
The schizophrenic
Literally a
kid.
schizophrenic
No,
kid.
what? All I remember is Frankie. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently the creator of Foster's Home was also the same person who made Powerpuff Girls.
Original Powerpuff Girls was sick as well. Like I know I'm a boy and that's not cool, but honestly, I used to watch Powerpuff Girls and I thought it was fucking awesome.
He is a male.
Yeah, I'm
Powerpuff
a
Girl- I mean, I'm a guy and I loved My Little Pony, so I mean, no judgment here on this podcast.
True.
Better not seeing judgment in the comments section.
Yeah, there better not be any judgment.
What? Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Fucking dope.
So good. I already brought it up. I love that show.
Oh my
That show is
god.
great.
I actually really loved that one as a kid. I love Billy. I love Billy so much.
What
I would
crackhead
always
came up with that
waiting
idea?
for the new episode.
Now, Grim was my
the
favorite.
same
hands
person who
down.
made the Flintstones.
Speaking of old Cartoon Network shit, did anyone play Punch Time Explosion as a kid?
Yeah,
Like the Cartoon
I used to
Network
have the
Smash
Wii
ripoff?
version. Punch Time Explosion is not great.
Oh, I've heard of it.
But can you imagine?
I had Excel on the Wii. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I had XL. But can you imagine if they had done like a Subspace Emissary-esque crossover campaign? Because they did. But can you imagine if they did it like cutscenes as well? I was just gonna say that's one of the only driving like positives of the Nicktoons Unite series. Like the gameplay is not great. It's default platformer shit. But the cutscenes where they all come together, it just makes it. That's one of the only reasons why Subspace Emissary is that good. Like
Yeah,
because the cutscenes,
that's mainly what you're paying for.
exactly.
Yeah, and
Is
also
to see them all
yeah,
interact.
so Max. All right, so Maxwell did work at a job at Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera,
And
man.
he was-
Barbara.
And he was a writer and storyboard artist of Cow and Chicken and I Am Weasel.
Cow and Chicken. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's Cow and Chicken?
The only statement of Cow and Chicken I can say is that my mum despises it with a burning passion.
This looks like it was made by the same people that make Courage and the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah. Courage the Cowardly Dog, that's weird, man.
And also
never watched
Almost
it.
Naked
It
Animals.
was weird. It was awesome though. It was weird, but also awesome.
It was awesome.
Okay, is this a Canadian thing? But did any of you guys watch Angry Beavers?
Yes, I did. I eventually did.
Yeah, Angry Beavers was
I'm glad
that was a favorite.
sharing
That was
this
funny.
because we cannot.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog. Oh, I remember Cat Dog.
Oh, there's no way any of you guys recognize Jacob Tutu. Oh wait, Bricks.
wait,
do
you
you
say
know
Jacob
Jacob
I
Tutu?
remember that. I remember that.
Jacob
Oh,
Tutu's
no.
fucking brilliant.
Fucking that's a Canadian cartoon.
That,
right
I know
there.
it's a Canadian thing.
I know.
I used to have,
that is
like,
definition Canadian like
You know, I
Canadian
didn't realize
animation.
They call me Tutu.
They call
I
me
didn't realize
Tutu.
Canadian. I
They
didn't realize that it was a
got
Canadian studio who made Total Drama Island. Didn't they also make like a surfing show too?
Did they make Totally Spies.
Oh, Totally Spies. Let's go.
Totally Spies. Looking back at it is really weird.
It is weird. I remember watching a thing on it.
Like I went back and watched it. I was like, you know what? I want to give it a shot again. I want to see why I like this. And I was watching it. I was like, ew, this is like a lot of weird fetish stuff.
Is it?
It is.
Oh,
It
boy.
is.
Like a shocking amount.
Does anyone watch the Powerpuff Girls anime, the sequel anime where they're like teenagers?
No.
What?
No.
There's an anime?
I do not want.
What?
Yeah,
It
no.
exists. It's
It
called
Oh,
Powerpuff Girls
that just
Z.
reminds me of Fusion
Oh,
Fall.
fucking god.
Fusion
Fusion
Fall.
Fall.
That just reminds me of Fusion
Burning
Fall.
passion.
I remember that.
Like, oh my lord,
that
like,
whole thing.
dude. Oh, what's her face? Buttercup in Fusion Fall. You know, I would date. Not gonna
I always
lie.
thought Buttercup was a boy. In a Powerpuff,
Let's
in
go.
a show
I
called the
mean, that's
Powerpuff Girls,
fine.
I always thought Buttercup was a boy.
Speaking of Powerpuff Girls, this goes specifically to Bricks, because I don't know if anyone else listens to Gorillas, but what I think is so cool is how Gorillas and Powerpuff Girls, how the worlds are actually connected because of
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
because they
gang
had one of
gang.
the guys.
yeah,
on the-
yeah, yeah. One of the green guys from Powerpuff Girls replaced
the
Murdoch
green-
for a little
green
bit.
gang.
Yeah, he plays
Oh my God.
And then like ages before that, even 2D was seen wearing a Mojo Jojo shit.
Yeah, because Murdoch went to jail, and one of the guys from the Gangrene Gang was his replacement. while he was in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
And because
that
it's
was-
because
that was
it's because
cool.
the Blur man, the Gorillas man, and the man for Powerpuff Girls are actually like amigos. I think
Gorillas
it's so
man.
cool.
How can we be talking about Legacy Cartoon Network without mentioning Ed, Edd, and Eddy?
I mean, I
Oh
was
my
going to say,
God.
I was
I
going
mean,
to say, I
Briggs is
still
the
have
Ed, Edd, and Eddy
three.
fan.
I was
Yeah.
going to bring up right. So you brought up Ed, Edd and Eddy just so it doesn't leave my head Johnny Test. Okay, carry on.
Johnny Test,
Johnny
very
Test
good.
wasn't
Ed,
good,
and
that's
Eddy,
all I have
Peanut,
to
what do you
say.
have to say about it?
Pass me a jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker.
My truth is retribution.
Bro, Arthur. Holy shit.
25 cents, Kevin.
That was one of the first PC games I ever had.
I
was
forgot
the
about
Arthur
Arthur,
PC
actually.
game.
Yeah. Fucking Arthur. I just remember it.
I just saw a fucking
You really
clip
think people would
from
do that?
Arthur.
Go on the internet and
I
lie?
don't know.
Yeah, that as well. But I just saw one where it's like Arthur and DW about to take part in a brother sister race, and they're talking to a friend, and she's like, and the friend's like, can I join the race? And DW's like, no, I'm sure there's a race for lonely kids as well. And then Arthur's like,
A lonely child is what you're gonna be when I sell you.
a lonely kid is what you're about to be when I sell you.
Oh my lord.
It's like, what the fuck?
Savage.
Shit,
How can they allow that?
What the
I know, savagery.
Fucking
my
crazy, man. Yeah, I've still got like three. We're already an hour and 10 in, and I've got three main ones that I still haven't even brought up. They're like the three defining ones for me, other than The Simpsons.
Oh boy.
Ed, Edd, and Eddy. It's my favorite animated show of all time. I completely
can
forgot
agree.
about it.
Ed, and Eddy's mad good.
Yeah,
There
it
is-
is good.
So much brilliance in that show. My Discord profile picture now is a picture of Ed, but the amount of times in my life I've had a profile picture of Ed, like I used to have it on Skype back when Skype was the main thing.
Yo.
Like honestly,
Ah.
Ed, Edd, and Eddy is
Skype.
was definitely one of the biggest presences in my life. As a kid, it was one of the only reasons I watched Cartoon Network when we had it. It will never go down in quality for me. I'll watch it when I'm 40 and be like, "Yep, I know why I know why I like this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me when I watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just never gonna get old.
Sure.
What defined Cartoon Network for me was Ed, Edd, Eddy, Kids Next Door, Generator X, Ben 10, Chowder, Megas XLR, Grim Adventures, his courage.
Are you just like naming everything?
Yeah.
What defined it for me lists every single cartoon.
He likes everything, guys.
They're all good.
They are all good.
Can't blame
Well, then
me.
you gotta name the ones that truly define it. Which are the standouts?
All right,
Give us
fine.
3.
It was all right. The one that really defined is His Next Door and Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Fair.
Those are like the true
The
masterpieces.
golden era of Cartoon Network is beautiful. There were so many good writers, and most of them were working on each other's shows anyway.
All right, what made them leave wasn't because like all the teenager shows like 16 and Total Drama is when they started going live action.
Mm,
I mean, that's what
Like,
happened to Disney as well.
yeah. Oh fuck,
That's what
Disney
happened to
Channel.
Nickelodeon too.
Yeah, when that happened to Disney Channel, that's when Disney XD was made. For like a falling back to cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Phineas and Ferb.
Holy.
Oh my god, that exists.
That just
gonna
opened
get
up
there
a gate into
eventually.
my head.
How many more
Okay,
are we
okay.
gonna go?
So Chaotix was talking about things that like defining things for him. For me, it's definitely Phineas and Ferb. That like when we were talking about like shit you watch with your dad, that was the show for me. Me and my dad love Phineas and Ferb so much. It's so good. I love it.
Now, defining Disney XD shows for me would always be Tron Uprising and Motor City.
I don't know what the
Oh, remember
fuck
Kick
you're on
Buttowski?
about.
Yeah, I have. These
Remember
are
the-
these are
Kick
definitely
Buttowski.
Disney
past my
XD
time.
animated series was Kick Buttowski.
I'll let them fangirl.
All right, those 3 shows were like at the beginning of Disney XD's existence. So, and they were both, and Tron Uprising and Motor City were both short-lived, sadly. Because Tron Uprising was actually really good, and it's like because it was a show for the movie Tron. Tron. I forgot the movie. It was the recent Tron movie that came out.
Let's
Tron?
just
And
say
the
it's
show
the
was-
new Tron movie.
Tron Legacy from 2010?
Yeah, Tron Legacy. Yeah,
The new
it was like
Tron
a prequel.
movie?
The new one.
carry on. I'm just taking
Yeah,
this.
but like it was a show, like it was like a prequel show to Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I remember this actually.
And then there was Motor City, which ran along with Tron Uprising. My God,
Anyone,
Motor City was sick.
anyone remember Biker Mice from Mars?
I've
Yeah,
always heard about it, but I
I've
don't
heard
think I
about
ever
it.
watched it as a
Mice who
kid.
ride bikes on Mars?
I was gonna say you guys heard of SWAT Cats.
No.
No, but I've heard of
I
Tough Puppy.
think I'm not sure. I haven't watched it for sure, but I think I might have heard of it.
I will mention one completely random one. There used to be a promotional deal with Kellogg's cereals where you used to get like DVDs that contained 2 episodes of random cartoons. Anyone ever heard of Gerald McBoing Boing?
Nope.
What?
No.
Somehow that rings bells.
Gerald McBoing Boing.
I think it's a European cartoon that just got dubbed into English.
There's no way because I've heard of
That
it.
sounds
before. There's
right.
no way. Unless I'm weird.
Yeah, it's not great. It's funny, but it's not great. It's just a kid who can't speak,
Found
so he
it.
just makes noises. Gerald McBoing
Oh, it's a
Boing.
film. It's
No, it's-
actually a short film.
No, I think I recognize that. You do the theme song.
Gerald McBoing Boing. Rick. Gerald McBoing
Oh, I
Boing. And the
remember
dog
that.
doesn't,
Okay,
the
yeah,
dog doesn't
okay,
bark,
that's
but he
ringing
burps.
bells now. Yeah,
Yeah. I only know 2 episodes based on that. It's not great.
Gerald McBoing. That reminds me of Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Fanboy
Oh
and
God,
Chum
why'd you
Chum.
gotta remind me? I hate this.
Fanboy Chum Chum.
I lost brain cells every time I watched that show.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Did anyone enjoy Johnny Test as a kid?
Yes.
I did. I loved
Well,
it.
as a
I
kid,
did, yeah.
I loved
yes,
it.
but
I thought
looking
it was
back,
really, really good.
no, I don't like it.
First season was alright.
It wasn't great, but it was a good thing to watch while Ed, Edd and Eddy wasn't on. Genuinely. It was like, okay, I could be watching this or Foster's. I'm glad I'm watching Johnny Test.
I forgot to mention Teen Titans, the original show.
I never watched it.
movie.
I said the
watched
original
it,
show.
and it kind of felt like the same as Avatar to me, but I always preferred Avatar. That's my thought.
I've never really been interested in Teen Titans Go. But to be fair, I don't
I
think I've
wonder
ever really
why.
been
Not
interested
Teen
in superhero
Titans
cartoons
Go.
in general.
It's
Teen Titans or
Teen
Teen Titans in general. Because no one's
Superhero cartoons interest me like a ton. Like yesterday, I was watching like this Justice League Unlimited clip
Oh, Justice
Where
League
Batman
Unlimited is
meets-
good.
where Batman meets Batman, and then Batman beat up some dude interrogating them.
Yeah, Justice League Unlimited is like a gem of that time.
I can't believe there hasn't been a proper proper Justice League animated movie. I know there has been animated movies, but not
There's been
like
a lot.
like the Lego Batman movie where they took it really seriously and they put it in theaters and stuff like that. It's weird to think there hasn't been like a real
The
animated
Lego
Justice
Batman
League
movie is really good.
I mean,
true.
there's like Death of Superman.
I have got I mean, I was going to mention Pokemon because when we were talking about like portable DVD players, I was like, where would I be on road trips without my GBA Pokemon cartridge?
Pokemon.
True.
But not like the game, but like they got 2 episodes of the cartoon.
I got sick of watching Pokemon by Black and White.
Yeah, I'm probably...
Black and White is definitely where I fell off too.
Yeah.
Black and White, I was the only one I got hype with. I remember watching like the Pikachu versus Darkrai fight, and it was like mad hype because I've been binging
Pikachu
the
versus Darkrai.
Yeah, in the Black and White animated series. Like
Darkrai's like a god, isn't he?
So in Pokepark 2, you can kick Zeshram's ass.
Pokepark 2 on the
Zekrom,
Wii.
no, Zekrom and Reshiram.
That's a
Yeah, you can kick their ass.
Reshiram. Oh yeah, just an RPG. I remember Reshiram.
Reshiram and Zekrom.
I love Reshiram.
Stop.
Fucking Lugia's stomach alone.
What made me like leave Pokemon was the minute they got rid of Brock, the best side character.
Yeah, thank you very much. But honestly, I know that they couldn't keep Brock and Misty with Ash the whole way, but I do wish they did.
I don't like Misty.
Only because ever since like his partners have never stuck well.
Use my frying pan.
Yeah.
And that's why he's been getting new ones ever since.
I'll use my trusty
His-
frying pan. Frying pan.
See, we don't get moments like that.
Yeah, Brock was the longest running like companion of Ash because he was in like almost most series.
He was
in there.
supposed to leave, and
they kicked him out. They kicked him out in the Johto seasons because they were worried people were gonna call him a racial stereotype. So they replaced him with a default milquetoast white boy. And then they realized that he didn't give a damn, and they brought him back for the Hoenn series. Yeah, I was considering doing like a binge watch of all of it. It's like a 1,100 episodes, 23 movies.
A few years ago.
But honestly, I think I'm just gonna watch up to Hoenn because I remember Pokemon Advance being fucking hype. Which is
Pokemon
like the
Advance is what I said was like the one series. It was like the truly last good Pokemon series to watch.
Yeah, because it had Brock and Misty in it.
Pokemon got really monotonous for me, so I never watched it that much as a kid, apart from Black and White. Like, it was like, okay, they're doing shit, and then Team Rocket, and then we're done.
There's only so many places you can take that story. All you're doing is just replacing the Pokemon that he comes across at the end of the day.
And that's why the spin-offs exist, like Pokemon Oranges, which I heard is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, there's now like an alternate timeline movie series, which is quite good.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Speaking of the Pokemon movies, I feel like we don't really need to talk that much of the first movie.
What about the 3D remake of it?
That's what I think. That's what I think about the 3D. That's what I think about the CGI animated remake of Mewtwo Strikes Back. I don't even care if it was shot for shot. I still wouldn't like it. If they'd somehow managed to bring back the 4Kids dub cast, I still wouldn't have liked it.
Why?
Yeah, because there's a true magic with 2D animation.
Because there's something,
that you can't replace with 3D.
It was a product of its time. All of the animated episodes were that. All of the movies were that. That's why the first 3 Pokemon movies are the best. Nothing will ever top them. Even though the plots are batshit crazy. I don't like it. It's not my favorite.
And the Pokemon Forever, which is the one about the Leaf Legend.
Yeah, and then Shrek copied it with Shrek Forever after. Who knew that Shrek was copying Pokemon all this time?
Wow.
Yo!
Why the lawsuit? Holy shit.
Only other one I have to mention is Ben 10. Because
Ben 10.
That's in my top 3 cartoons.
That's just legendary.
My lord, did Omnitrix killed that series.
I think it was the first one. I think it's the first and only animated series I have all of the episodes on DVD. I collected the whole thing because I just loved it so much. Ben 10's so fucking cool.
I remember
Ben 10 was a fun series.
Okay. I was gonna bring up like cartoon villains in a second, but like, I love this one episode of Ben 10. It's really vivid in my head where it's like an alternate parallel, and instead of Ben, Gwen gets the Omnitrix.
It's Gwen 10.
Yeah.
Let me say this though, like Alien Force Ultimate Alien Ben 10 he's fucking savage. My favorite part was when he actually like destroyed the Omnitrix in the series.
Yeah.
Like because Vilgax is like, you won't, nigga. He's like, oh really? He's self-destruct. You're gonna turn it off, blows up in his arm. I'm just like, god damn, he ain't playing.
I think Alien X is really cool. I think everyone's gonna say that. I think
Alien X
it's
was
just
cool,
it.
yeah.
No, it's literally like the overpowered alien he has. It's
Yeah, but the idea of it is really, really good. Like an unbeatable alien, but it's only unbeatable as long as Ben can make it work.
Persuade.
Like, it's a really good caveat to have. Because like,
wasn't it like he had to persuade like two faces to like help him out? But
he had to get two completely opposite people to agree.
But then he comes through like to some sort of agreement where he gets full control of it.
Yeah, that's an omniverse, and that's what happens.
Yeah, that's really annoying because there is
God mode.
There's one episode where he turns into Alien X and just does the thing he wants to do, and I'm like, but you just got rid of the only thing that made Alien X watchable. If you just give him the Superman hero,
that also makes Ben 10's like all of his fights uninteresting because he's literally God now.
The original series of Ben 10 I watched when I was 10 to 12 years old, I think, and I just loved it so much. I only watched Alien Force. I decided to binge watch it when I was 16 just to see if it was any good, and Alien Force is still pretty good, if I'm honest.
At first, when Alien Force and Ultimate Alien were still first came out, I thought I didn't like it, but that's only because it was taking itself more seriously than it used to be. Then I actually did watch it. I was like, man, this is actually really cool. Why am I being a bitch?
In like the first 2 or 3 episodes of Alien Force, like the whole thing starts as like Ben 10's 15 now. He gave up the Omnitrix. He like stopped using it, and then Max goes missing. So he then dons the Omnitrix again, and then he sees Grandpa Max die. Like we watch him die. I mean, he doesn't actually, but like the whole building gets nuked, and it's like crazy. I like the fact that it started taking itself more seriously. And also, I like the fact that they had, like, Kevin, who was a previous villain, start traveling with them. I feel like it's a really, really well-written continuation.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Kevin is a cool character. He's like Vegeta, but for Ben 10.
Throughout the series, he's constantly, like, battling with morality and stuff like that, which is not... you don't really see that in a cartoon
he
much.
He's not like the most shiniest of heroes. He does like greedy shit.
He's an anti-hero.
I also like how there's like so obviously it was Kevin. Kevin's powers are so cool. I like him more than the Omnitrix, to be honest. And then there's Ben, but I also like how Gwen has a use. And didn't the granddad
Gwen has a use?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? In the first series, she was just a little useless cunt. Now she's got like cool psycho powers.
Yeah, I mean, like towards the end of
Psycho power.
Towards the end of the first iteration of Ben 10 is when she started becoming a magician or a witch. Like she had witch powers. Yeah, I like how in Alien Force they made her more immediately useful, where she could just like throw psychic
power.
Yeah, she basically turned into Silver.
Yeah. Does anyone remember any other villain that wasn't Vilgax from?
Yes,
Ben
I remember
10?
the majority of them.
Yes, those parasite aliens and Alien Force.
I only remember Hex,
Charmcaster, Dr. Animo.
Yeah,
I only remember
Dr.
Hex.
Animo's interesting.
Hex is the only thing I remember.
Because there's an episode, because there's 2 episodes in the original series where they create an anti-Justice League. They call it the Negative 10. And it's fucking brilliant because they have to fight every single one. Dude, like one of the episodes in the original series is where one of the like aliens turns out to be has a mind of its own and it's a villain. Like Ghost Freak turns out to be a villain.
Because apparently later on in the series they explained that if Ben uses an alien too much, they tend to get a mind. They gain a consciousness.
Yeah,
and that's interesting.
Cool. And they
use that again. In fact, they use that again in like Ultimate Alien when the Omnitrix starts rebelling against him because the Omnitrix is in fact a sentient being of itself.
It's just sad that they ruined it. Really, they kind of nuked the whole thing.
Omniverse just killed the entire
and then the reboot. Like, I remember I watched the first episode of the reboot.
I'm not going to watch the reboot. I'm never going to watch
I watched the first episode of the reboot, and even though it's Tara Strong back as Ben 10, it's just not good.
The reboot of Ben 10 is, like, the example of everything I hate with, like, modern Western animated cartoons.
I never really committed myself to long television series regardless. That's probably why I like SpongeBob so much, is because you could just jump in at any episode and enjoy it.
Yeah, like a non-linear... cartoon.
I've never liked committing to long television series. That's probably a big reason why I don't like anime either.
I don't think there's a single animation, like a single cartoon I've watched that's actually linear, that has like a storyline that it's following. Because even Ben 10 Alien Force kind of has filler episodes every now and then. It's not constantly following the same narrative. Like I've watched Death Note, and I guess that's but it's not a cartoon, it's an anime.
I think that's just the thing with TV anyway, that it's just going to be episodes for like get rid of the high tensions.
Ed, Edd, and Eddy, Kids Next Door, Tom and Jerry, Pokemon to an extent, they're all non-linear. They're all just, every episode is a different story. Steven Universe is an anime in itself, really. That storyline is very much
bad one.
I liked Steven Universe. I binged all 5 seasons. I like it, but then Future came out, and I like Future, like the 16 episodes of Future, way more than the 5 seasons of the original. Because like they add a little bit of violence, and it's like so much better.
Can you acknowledge the problems that Steven Universe has? Question mark?
Yeah, I think. I don't know what the problems are. I don't really pay attention to it. Like if you gave me a list of them, I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Annoying as fuck characters that I can never
Okay, that's a subjective thing. That's not.
Yeah, I don't think they're annoying.
I do. I also think they're lacking any real morals. They're not nice. I don't care about any of them because none of them seem interesting. Except Peridot, one exception.
I think they turn the character's lack of morals into the arc, basically. One of the arcs is that whole thing. Because then Peridot's like... Yeah, I mean, I can't really get into it all without like actually having to explain everything, but it's like, Peridot's like, you lot doomed the planet when you tried to save it. You realize that, and then the buff person of the group is just like, shut up or I'll beat you up. And I'm like, really? We really could have got into like the serious politics of the whole thing, but you just chose not to because you're a Cartoon Network cartoon. Like, you can't try and be serious and then go back when you get too serious. Like, it doesn't work. I think that's why they did Future.
That's really why. I think that's the real reason why I'm with anime is to just find a show or a cartoon I could watch that's actually like takes itself seriously without like dumbing down and going back to being silly in the same context that's in.
I watched Steven Universe all the way through, and I followed it as it was coming out, which I very rarely do for any cartoon. And looking back on it, I could never rewatch it. It was such a product of me being the age I was, which is why I found it entertaining. But actually looking back at it and like thinking about the story and the way it's written, it's so repetitive. It's over and over again the same. They beat the enemy in the exact same way. No one dies. No one actually dies, which is really, really annoying considering they try to be serious. They make it all about war and politics, but but no one dies. I just wish like it took itself a little bit more seriously.
There were consequences.
Yeah, I feel like that's the fault of the viewer though. Especially someone our age, watching a Cartoon Network show, expecting there to be serious stakes and there not to be like a really quick, easy resolution.
No, I think it's the problem is that Steven Universe sets itself up to be a story like that, but doesn't
exactly,
and then doesn't fulfill.
That's the real problem.
That's why, I can't remember his first name. I know it's not Patrick Warburton, but Mr. Warburton, the guy who did K&D, wanted to do the Adult Swim K&D. Oh no, he wanted to do another Cartoon Network K&D. It was going to be called
Galactic Kids Next Door.
Yeah, where like the Galactic Kids Next Door turn rebel and start destroying planets. Yeah, and number one is the leader behind it, and I was like, man, that's a fucking cool storyline. Wouldn't work on Cartoon Network. Would have worked on Adult Swim, like Samurai Jack. Does anyone actually watch the adult season?
I did. Oh, I definitely did.
Is it as good as the original?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Everything was good up until its final episode.
Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Like Game of Thrones.
Because everything about the final season, like the way it starts was so good.
No, Game of Thrones wasn't good until season 4. When you started talking about, it was ages ago, you were like, I don't want to watch a TV show waiting for it to get good.
Oh, like, that makes sense.
That's me at Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is not interested. The first 3
I never liked
Game of
Thrones just because of all the explicit content in it. Like, I could never watch it with my parents because I would just look at the screen and there would just be, like, straight, like, sex scenes. And I'd be like, I just don't want to watch this in the company of my parents. But I'm not going to watch it without the company of my parents either. So I just ended up never watching it.
I don't care what people say about, like, watch it. Like, people, like, wait until the Red Wedding, which is, like, one of the finales of season 3. I'm like, if I'm not interested in the visual information presented to me,
Yeah.
In the first 3 seasons, when every episode is 40, 50 minutes long. What the like, how much fucking time do you think I have on my hands?
What am I even doing with my time?
I'm not a critic. I'm not getting paid to do this shit. You pay me to do it. Fuck yeah, I'll watch Game of Thrones, but like... and like in season, like the last season, TV. Every episode's like a film.
Well, that's what I felt when I started to watch superhero shows on CW when they were like more than 30 minutes, and I realized...
Fuck the CW superhero shows. None of them are good. I've said my piece.
Well, I mean, The Flash is okay. Alright.
Big doubt. But I can respect, as usual, I can respect your opinion.
I could tell you this. First season is good. Second season is alright. The third season is... It's more interesting than it is.
Does anyone have any... Because it's an hour and 40 minutes long already. Does anyone have any quick honourable mentions that you want to bring up? Like ones that you watched that you loved?
Honourable mentions for cartoon?
Invader Zim.
What did Peanut say?
That's a pretty honourable mention right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything.
I mean, it's not actual television, but Hot Diggity Demon is a really good online animator. You should check out his stuff. It's really good.
Augie and the Cockroaches.
What the fuck are you on about?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
There was this TV show called Augie and the Cockroaches, where it was like Tom and Jerry. It was like Tom and Jerry between a cockroach and a cat.
So what did you watch as a kid? Like, did you have like Cartoon Network? Or?
Estonian.
Yeah, the only thing I watched was Cartoon Network. Though, like that's the only channel that I ever watched, and I just watched it.
Does that mean that you watched Beyblade when you were a kid?
Beyblade was on Cartoon Network.
It wasn't on Cartoon Network.
Beyblade.
I did watch it.
I loved the original Beyblade series. I loved the Metal series. It's so good, and I like the one after it with that dude that uses Ifrit and Jenga's like this legendary blader with the really long hair. Yeah, Shogun Steel.
Beyblade was a phase of my life that lasted like 6 months. That's it.
For me, it lasted for the final months of my middle school that's when it lasted during its first airing, but I didn't really show it until like 4th, 5th grade when people started bringing Beyblades to school. I was like, dab me up.
It lasted around about 6 months for me when I was 6, 7 years old because not having any...
I guess we're all in the same boat then.
Yeah, not having any channel that aired Beyblade to watch it on, I was purely watching it based on the DVDs. And I had the first 4 volumes of it. It was the back like where like they charged £10 for a 4-episode DVD. And I was getting fucking ripped off. But they didn't make any. They didn't make any beyond Volume 4. So I was like, right, well, I can't watch any more Beyblade then. So I guess I'll watch something else. It's really annoying having to rely on physical media to watch a TV show because there's still no complete series of Ed, Edd and Eddy on DVD. You don't understand how much that fucking annoys me.
I wonder if that's how weebs felt before the digital era when they had to find their animes physically.
Yeah,
must have been tragic.
It was, yeah. You had to watch it on. You had to watch it when it was airing.
Yeah.
There was no watch anime. There was no. I can't remember the one that Game Grumps was sponsored. What's the main one that's like
Crunchyroll?
Crunchyroll, that's the one. Yeah, there was no Crunchyroll, none of that shit.
All America had fucking Toonami and eventually the Funimation TV channel.
Yeah, we never got Toonami.
No, did we? We had like carbon copies like Jetix and Toonatic.
We also had we had Kicks as well.
Yeah,
the green one.
It was all YTV and Teletoon here in Canada.
Yeah, different parts of the world, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Peanut, you said that you had one, and then we started talking about Beyblade.
Yeah, friggin'. Well, I don't remember now. Thanks. Oh no, Beavis and Butthead actually. That's
Beavis and Butthead. That's really, really good, actually.
That brings me back. My brother's favorite cartoon was the Oblongs. If anyone knows what the hell that is.
Last year.
Damn.
It's really old.
Yeah, it's old.
And wasn't that great, but my brother liked it, which probably explains why he's such a weirdo, but that's neither here nor there.
Did anyone watch the Animaniacs reboot?
No.
Yes, I did.
Thoughts?
The original's still better.
Well, of course they are. They're never going to beat it.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yet again, it's a show literally about its own era and parodying that. So it's like...
Nostalgia is one hell of a fucking drug.
No, it's not even nostalgia because I haven't seen the original until last year before like the reboot came out, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. I saw the remakes, like it's not as good as the original. probably not the show's fault. It's probably not the creator's fault. It's probably just how they had to go around parodying things of this era.
My last honorable mention is thank you to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for entertaining my younger brothers.
I remember my little brothers watching
Mickey
that when he
Mouse
was a youth.
Clubhouse.
The animation is fucking garbage. Like,
Now, where's that triangle boo?
I
good.
remember this. I had like a whole collection of DVDs, right? So one of them was like this Christmas thing with Dip and Chipper. Chip and Dipper? Dip and Chipper? I don't fucking know.
It's just Chip and Dale.
Chip and Dale, okay. I don't know where I got
Legendary.
Cut that out,
my mum guesses Disney character names.
Chip and Dipper.
I'm sorry, my brain's fried. Anyway, so
brilliant.
there was that. I had the Three Musketeers as well. Love that film.
Oh, Three Musketeers. That's a really good.
yeah.
That's a really good
That's-
alternate movie. Yeah.
That is, yeah.
All right, the show was used to be on Cartoon Network, but it just wasn't. So have you guys remembered Skyhawks?
No.
No, but you mean
Scott.
Stormhawks?
Oh, Stormhawks!
I've got a
Yeah.
DVD of it. I've got the
Okay,
DVD.
now I remember it.
Even though that show was in 3D, that show was still kind of hype. It was
Hey,
flying
that was kinda
motorcycles.
I got into Stormhawks a surprisingly large amount for how limited a show it was. Like, I had a lot of the merchandise. I had the crystal swords that they had. Stormhawks is a really fucking good idea,
It actually lasted from 2007 to 2009.
but it only lasted like one season of like, I don't know how many episodes there was. And it ended on a cliffhanger, and they thought that it would go into another series, and then they didn't. Lol.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Well, I'm pretty sure the same people who made that show made Slugterra on Disney XD.
Never heard of that.
Imagine Pokemon, but you can shoot them out of a gun.
Okay.
What a fucking that'll be on the poster.
Interesting.
That'll be on the poster.
Interesting.
Sorry, so it's better explanation. So it's pretty much it's a show about there's pretty much like a hidden world underneath like the surface world called the caverns. Here's like these little slugs with powers, but they can only like use these powers at super high
That
speed.
sounds
so
like
they
Animorphs.
created these blasters that can launch them at high speeds to use those powers.
Did anyone actually read Animorphs?
I don't even
No,
know
sorry.
that.
It sounds familiar.
No.
Let me look it up.
You know, Scholastic Book Fair? Come on.
Never.
Scholastic Book Fair, we had them. I always used to use them as an excuse to buy Bart Simpson comics.
What?
I
Why do
use
somehow
this
I
excuse
didn't
to
buy
buy
anything.
Sonic comics.
I never bought anything at Book Fairs. Me.
I bought Sonic. That's when I bought Sonic Riders.
Oh really?
Hey!
Damn.
Come full
At the
circle.
Scholastic Book Fair. I got the PC version of Riders.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, PC version, that's progress.
Anybody here? So you guys had like Nickelodeon shows or whatever.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
said-
Yeah, SpongeBob and Fairly Odd
You
Parents. Like on my
guys
TV.
at least had the Troop.
Nope.
Never heard of them.
What is that?
I know Goof Troop.
It's pretty. It's a live action. It's a live action TV series about these kids in high school hunting down monsters.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
a fucking
That's
trillion.
Paranorman?
There's a trillion shows like that.
Ben 10's
Yeah,
literally
there
that.
is a lot of shows like that. There's a show like that I remember. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, there's a show like that. Yeah, I have a show like that as well. It was a trading card. It also had a trading card series, and every arcade I go to has one of them, even though the show hasn't been around for like 15 years.
There's a trading card name called Chaotix. There's a trading card game called Chaotix. Does
Oh, I
anyone
remember that.
Yo.
I mean, that's also
Chaotix
that's
was
the
like a
hidden
card
reason
game that I actually played.
My username on Discord is Chaotix. It's to see
Is it
if
actually
anybody-
because of
if he
that
actually
game? Is
remembered
it
about the show
actually?
Chaotix. Yes,
Oh,
and I've
no.
seen it.
No, no.
Almost every like Cartoon Network show ended up having a trading card game. There was a Kids Next Door trading card game. There was a Ben 10 one.
And that was when 4Kids had their own block on CW early in the morning.
4Kids had a block on CW?
Yeah, 4Kids was a block on CW that comes on early in the morning, and that's
Fucking hell.
when they played like Yu-Gi-Oh, Sonic X, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one in the early 2000s.
Rip 4Kids, man. If 4Kids hadn't gone under, Pokemon would have still had the same voice actors. Sonic X wouldn't. Oh
Yeah.
wait, no, was that Sega's idea to cut the 4Kids dubcast? I think they
I don't
chose to
actually
do
know.
that. But the reason why
Wow.
Ash Ketchum's voice changed so dramatically is because they just stopped using the 4Kids cast and they got Pokemon to do it themselves. But like, 4Kids dubbing cast was really, really good for Pokemon and for Sonic X.
Going to TMNT, I've been hearing that the latest TMNT show's animations kind of cool.
What, the Nickelodeon one? The like 3D
Yeah, it's called
CGI.
TMNT Rising. It was in that video. You
Yeah,
you posted.
it looks good, but I don't
Peanut.
know. I've never been a huge TMNT fan outside of the arcade game.
I never watched it as a kid. I was gonna bring up this very last one for me. I think probably, hopefully, Jake Long, the dragon kid who kicks butt.
Wait, you're talking about that
sounds
one?
really familiar.
Wait, are you talking about that one on Disney? It was about this kid who could turn into a dragon that says "Dragon Up."
Yeah,
Dragon
Jake Long,
up.
the American
Yeah, it's called
dragon.
Jake the Teenage Dragon.
I'll probably end up researching
there was a
these while I
Cartoon
edit.
Network
There
version
he
of
is. There he is. Dude, the Jackie Chan animated show? Come on.
I remember that. Let's go.
This has been a fucking dope episode. We ended up
This
going
has
over
been.
so many more
Yeah.
things than I thought we would.
Yeah.
We must have brought up like 25, 30 cartoons.
Dude, you're talking to Chaotic Solution. I have a bunch of shit.
Oh,
to
come
talk
on.
about.
No, it's all
That
the
is true.
smoking peanut.
And the smoking peanut.
And chaotic
The
solution.
CXO
From
agrees.
Twitter.com. Represent.
From Twitter.com.
Like, I feel like this is definitely going to be the longest one because there's not a lot I can cut out of this. All of it is like good conversation.
So much content,
So much
bro.
content. You're getting content, ladies and gents.
We're making content here, thanks to the smoking peanut.
Thank you, Peanut and Chaotix, for being on this wonderful episode.
You're welcome.
Thank
it was nice
you.
being here, finally.
I know.
Hint, hint.
It's about goddamn time.
We'll get you two on another time. We'll start talking about fucking. I don't
Probably about nostalgic video games, because me and Peanut
know.
definitely
Peanut can talk about World of Warcraft for years.
Oh, yeah,
I
for sure.
I would love to be sitting in his World of Warcraft speech.
I could talk about World of Warcraft on end.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, thank
We
you
got
very much for
content.
watching. As usual, subscribe. Help us hit 10 million.
Diamond
We want that
plaque.
10 million,
plaque.
10 million by the end of the month,
Diamond.
guys. Come on.
If we can't hit 10 million by... Yeah, but to be fair, by the end of the month, we don't know what... This could go out in May for all we fucking know. It's 4th of April now. If I get
Yeah.
busy, this shit ain't getting done until May. But yeah. We don't hit 10 million by 2022.
Oh.
Ridercast is over. Ridercast will be on episode 8 by then, knowing us.
That is true.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the special guests. Thank you to Brix and Exetal. Me being Symphon, of course. We're
Yeah.
carrying on this joke. My joke is now I'm now Symphon.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
Use code Ridercast
Yeah,
on NordVPN.
you're right.
Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you in like, I don't know, fucking August probably.
Bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.